Hello again, and I've done it. I've achieved dry January, and I'm chuffed to bits. As I said before, I'm gonna give you a few tips. Some you'll definitely have heard before. Others, you know, if it helps, it helps. My first one is I concentrated on the weight. Like this was all to do with my weight. I was getting too big, and that was bringing me down. So alcohol contributes to your weight so much. I've lost over a stone. I was 15.2 and I've got down to 13.10, which, considering I was doing all my playing football 3-4 times a week, just by cutting out alcohol, that's a huge amount, and I'm pretty proud about that, really. It also affects your mental health quite significantly. I've noticed over this month I've got more thoughts, like I've got more time to think about things. I'm not completely smashed all the time, and that's also part of it as well. You've got to find time to process your thoughts. You've got time to process your thoughts, and your mental health is extremely important. And I think the more it's becoming more and more, the awareness of that is, you know, it's coming out more. So yeah, do it for your mental health. It does help. I know in the past relationships, I've broken down because of alcohol, and it's a big factor. You use it as a crutch sometimes. So yeah, I've got first-hand experience of that. Your family, maybe you've got kids. Your mum and your dad might be worried about you. I know mine have been in the past, about how much I'm drinking. That can also be a factor, and maybe just for money. Like, if you're spending £10 a day on alcohol, that's 300 quid a month, easy, and that's me being, I probably easily spend more than that. So just a few things you could focus on instead of just the alcohol, purely alcohol. You've got another reason to be doing this. Gives you a bit more incentive. I looked at it as a long-term thing. Like, I'm going to remember the fact I've done dry January. I don't remember my birthdays, but I will remember this for years to come and know that I can do it. And looking back at this video, I know I've done this dry January. I was lucky enough to be able to move back in with my parents. I know that's not obviously a thing everyone can do, but having that support around you, maybe you live with friends, your partner, having just that extra support, knowing that there's no alcohol in the house, it helped a lot, I have to admit. Yeah, more than yeah, really, really did help. Another thing, take advantage of this situation right now. Being in lockdown, the pubs aren't open. It's not as much fun to drink. You can go two ways, can't you? You can go ham hock and just think, stuff it, I'm just going to drink day to dusk, which I've been there. First lockdown was a little bit like that, like, let's just go for it. However, this time I thought, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that the pubs are shut, that I'm not socialising, that I've got this, I'm just at home, what's the point? I know it passes for boredom, but I thought, let's give it a go this year, and I'm proud that I have, and glad I have, even though I didn't enjoy it. Um, I found holding off the 0% alcohol um, seemed to help for the beginning. I wasn't sure which way it was going to go, if my cravings were going to get worse if I had a little sip and it was like, oh, my body wants the alcohol, or if it would go the other way and stop the cravings. And so I held off for quite a long time. In the last week, I'd say, and especially over the weekend, I did buy some 0% alcohol, and you'd be surprised at how little calories there are in a beer, and some have very little sugar. Just be careful of the sugar, and because I was doing it for my weight loss, that was a big factor for me, and knowing or finding out it was so few calories, and so um, you can find ones with little sugar. I wouldn't try the ciders. Anyway, that's a bit off topic, but for me it was just, if I could do this, it sounds a bit cheesy, I know, and a bit cliche, but I could do anything, because if you had asked me 6 months ago if I could have done this, I would have laughed at you. Even with the lockdown, even with everything, a month without drinking, I haven't done that in over a decade. I probably haven't gone a week without drinking easily in over a decade, and to go from that to, you know, zero alcohol for 31 days is, I am proud of myself, and I enjoy drinking. I'm more gregarious. I'm extrovert. I'm fun. I'm not a depressed drunk or anything like that. I'm not an angry drunk. I'm fun. Apparently, I can be a nightmare. So yeah, I don't want to cut out my life. I want to be in more control of it. Yeah, and I feel like I've taken a step in that direction. For the future, I want to not drink throughout the week, unless, after, when everything opens up, pint here, pint there. That's not going to hurt anyone. But yeah, I feel like I've achieved this, and if I can do it, I know they always say this, but I'm pretty sure others can as well. And I never believed I could, but I think it was a whole factor of things all falling into place, and maybe you need different factors. But for me, just this year, it did fall in place, and I am extremely lucky for that. Or, yeah. Um, but yeah, I suppose I might make another video or something if this gets, if anyone ever watches this and it follows, or maybe Stoptober, and it's more for myself really, just a video log to remind myself in the future that I have done this, that I've completed something and achieved something which I never thought I would be able to do. So yeah, might have another update at some point, just see how February went. If I relapsed and just went mad again, but I'm hoping to get down to 13 stone, really. So that's going to be a lot harder than the first stone I've lost. So yeah, I'm, might make another video, but if not, then cheers.